Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a video response for 5 channels. 5 channels who I like and I want to support, and I'm going to try to cram them into one video. So we're going to start off with Eric, 4-leaf cards. Alright, so Eric wants to know, what are your most beautiful cards or card? And a lot of people are going with 5 of their most beautiful cards. So I looked for some of my most beautiful cards, starting with this autograph of Charlie Gehringer on a postcard. As you could tell, this is the postcard, but this is all about the autograph. Check out how neat and beautiful that autograph is. Nowadays, with people just putting their initials and sloppy at that, penmanship is a lost art when it comes to autographs, and you just have to marvel and just love an autograph like this with Charlie Gehringer. And next up, with basketball, this is one of my most beautiful basketball cards that I just can't get enough of. Even though I'm a Knicks fan, His Highness Michael Jordan is climbing Mount Ewing and posterizing him. And on top of that, this is the members only parallel, and it's a beautiful example. Just one that's posterizing Ewing. It is what it is. Next, with boxing, I love this Muhammad Ali pick. This is an all-world boxing card from 1991, but you just have to, there's a lot of glare with this. Let's take this out of here so you can enjoy this. So look at the face, the grit, the determination of Ali just putting Frazier down on the canvas there. I love how it has the gold trim around the border. It's just a beautiful card. Gem Mint 9.5 of Muhammad Ali, and down goes Frazier. And then the next one I have is football. I love this card right here of Odell Beckham doing the catch against the hated Cowboys. This is a nice black parallel, number to 299 there. And it's just a beauty of a refractor card here. You barely could tell the refractor because it's all black, but to basically freeze frame that shot, that basically now anytime someone does a one-handed extension grab, they call it the Odell Beckham, or no matter what, they say still not as good as Odell's. And then last but not least, of course, with baseball, my most beautiful card in the PC is this 53 Bowman of Pee Wee Reese. What is there to say? Even Eric shared this one on his giveaway announcement. So those are 5 of my most beautiful cards in my collection. Well, you made it tough. I have like hundreds of cards that I consider beautiful, but so far these are 5 I'm electing to go with of various sports and an autograph. So the next channel I want to give a VR for is John over at Wade Boggs Fan. He's just reached 1,000 subscribers, so congratulations, John, on such a major milestone. And he wants people to share 5 channels at least who are under 500 subs to see if we could get them up. The first of which, I'm going to start off with Alan's Cards. Alan's Cards only has 253 subscribers, and he shows nothing but fire, gives a little synapse of the players and what he likes about the player or the cards, and he's got a great channel. The next of which is Stooks Curiosities. Stooks Curiosities only started making videos this month, but he did a VR response for me. He only has 5 subscribers. He has had 8 videos so far within the month, and just check him out, see if you like him, give him a sub. Next up is Vintage Card Steve. Vintage Card Steve has 388 subscribers. He's such a big friend to the card community, does hobby talk, always shouting people out, has some great vintage cards. Check out Steve. Next is Staven Sports Cards. Dom, he only has 169 subscribers. He loves his vintage. He's only 23 years old, and I had the privilege to meet him and call him a friend from the National. That's Dom over at Staven Sports Cards. And last is 4 Soft Corners. 4 Soft Corners has 73 subscribers. So go check out all 5 channels, see if you like them, and give them a sub. Next, I have a video response for Austin F. Austin F wants a video response where he's showing, well, I'll just show you. So Austin F wants us to show like a card case, or if we had a card case, what we'd show. I don't have a card case because I don't have a room, but I do have this frame here in which I wanted to illustrate some cool action shots. So let's begin here with catcher. You have Sandy Alomar Jr. getting bowled over, which no one does nowadays. And what's cool about this one is it also has a cool cameo. If you could tell there, it's Ken Griffey Jr. As you can see, the G and the 2 for 24 is showing there. And then his battery mate is Vita Blue, giving you the umpire's view here. This one I love so much in the wind-up. The guy's choking up there, pretty cool. At first, we have to go with Donnie Baseball. I like this picture because although there's not a lot of action going on, I just love the way that the runner's covering his head. Please don't hit me. It's so funny to me. And then I have Carlos Baerga here at second base, parallel to the ground, midair. Man, that is a gorgeous shot of Carlos Baerga evading the runner. This is an homage to the 53 Bowman. It's not quite the same, but what I love about it is Jackie Robinson is right there in the background. Cool cameo of him. Then I got Ken Caminiti, who used to be one of the best fielders back in the days, and he's almost taking a C here. Off balance, ready to make that throw. Umpires in the background. Just got a great view of the action. Then in the outfield, I got to start with Ken Griffey Jr. here, looking like it's Yankee Stadium. He's robbing probably Bernie Williams of a home run. And then here I have Andruw Jones, who's almost doing the same over here. And I almost got like the same picture for everyone, but this one reminds me of the World Series where Andy Chavez extended game 1. So these are all great pictures, action shots. And then we have like dugout pictures here. Ken Griffey Jr. iconically blowing a bubble, having fun. Dante Bichette looks like getting a call. Hey, your wife is in labor. You need to make it out here. Listen, I can't make it. I'm doing batting practice, but make sure you name him Bo. Then this one is of Cole Figueroa. Never heard of him, but I just love the way the ice is coming out there. He's getting the ice bucket challenge. Reminds me a little of Nickelodeon Slime Time. It's pretty cool. And Ozzie Smith signed him some autographs. Next, I have a video response for Scott Maz. Let me get this camera turned around to do the VR. All right, so Scott Maz wants us to share some of our sets that we find beautiful, that we've worked on, or what have you. I don't really set build. I did as a kid try to work on the 86 set and the 89 Donruss set, but this is one when I got back into collecting, was the 38 Gowdy Heads Up. I actually had about like 12 of these cards. I was halfway done with the ones that were the comic ones, but I ended up giving up on it because the DiMaggio card just went through the roof, and I just didn't think it was an attainable set, one that I was having fun with collecting anymore. But then I moved on from that one, and I actually considered putting this set together, which Terry TJ Mack is trying to work on. And I think the Diamond Star set is such a beautiful set, but eventually, I don't know, I just didn't feel it on this one. Another one I considered was this one here, the 53 Top set. I think it's gorgeous. I already had the big card with the Mickey Mantle. I have the Satchel Paige and this Jackie Robinson out the way. But eventually, I just had to say it was the 52. The 52 was the one that really did it for me. Having little issues here. All these cards, I have like over 100 of these cards I need to make videos on. I only did 2 in the series, but obviously the landscape cards was what did it for me. I'm knee deep in it. I'm picking lots up, which I haven't even shared. Like this one is a double of the Ted Kluszynski, a whole bunch of other players in here I need to showcase. I need to put these into Card Savers. I'm waiting on Card Savers to come in, and Card Savers, here's another one I won of like 40 cards. I need to hook these up in Card Savers, the Capriccio Row. So yeah, you've seen in my videos, I showcased this album here with nothing but 52s. This is the one set that appealed to me. I do have two Dark Horse sets, which I considered showcasing. I'm working on a Star Wars, the Wonder Bread set. And I think this set is so beautiful. They're very condition sensitive because of the black border, but they're just epic cards because I grew up loving my Star Wars. And another set that I think is beautiful, literally, and that is this set of Playboy covers. That's Dolly Parton. I only pick up the refractor ones. Let me show you here. If it has an R there, that means it's a refractor. As you could tell on the gold, the refractor glow is showing, but look at Stephanie Seymour there. This woman helped me reach puberty a little bit quicker. Bridget Nielsen, Bo Derek, Anna Nicole Smith. So yeah, I kind of like cheat on Star Wars and Playboys whenever I can. Whenever I get bored with collecting, I pick up these when I get a chance. So Scott Mass, thank you for allowing me to share some of the beautiful sets in my collection. And the last VR is for Don over at Don's Field of Dreams. He wants you to share a sentimental story with your card. I don't have any card that I could say I have a sentimental attachment to, but what I do have is an interesting story about my collection with none other than my ex-father-in-law. There's nothing really that I could say was great other than having my son with my ex-wife. We had so many wars and battles, which is why we're divorced. And even with her dad, we used to have a lot of friction only because he served in the army. He was very structured, black and white, rigid. And there were times I just wanted him to loosen up so we could connect. It never happened throughout the time. We dated, we're married, and once we were getting a divorce, forget about it. I was almost mud to him. But then eventually he saw how it was all about my son, and I still took care of my son and held down my responsibilities, even though we weren't together as a household. And I kind of had his respect after that. So now he's in his 90s, fast forward to nowadays. And I think this was about a year and a half ago, something like that. Fast forward, and he's in his 90s and his health is suffering. He was always into baseball cards. I remember that when I was younger, and collecting comics and coins. But I wasn't into them back then because of the junk wax era. So now that I'm collecting cards again, he came over to visit my son and hang out with his daughter. And I figured it'd be a cool idea to maybe come by with my cards. And because now that I'm into it, maybe hear some stories and help him pass some time, especially since he appreciates them. So I think it ended up being more of a treat for me. One of the cards that evoked some really great memories was Mr. Phil Rizzuto. When he saw Phil Rizzuto, his eyes just like lit up because he told me a story about how he was playing stickball with his friends in the middle of the street, and lo and behold, he comes by with Yogi Berra. And not only does he come by to say hi to everyone and see us all playing stickball, he ended up giving him some pointers with his stance and how to grip it, and he played around with the kids. He was great with the kids. He does remember that Yogi Berra really didn't do much. He didn't want to interact so much. But Phil Rizzuto, he remembers, gave him like such love, and he'll never forget that. And so we were going back and forth talking about players that he remembered playing, and it was so fun to hear some of the things he remembered. Another guy that brought up a lot of emotions was Roberto Clemente. Why? Because he's Puerto Rican, and you all know for Puerto Ricans, this guy is a hero. So when he sees this card, he just looked at it and he was like, "Ay, bendito, God bless his soul. Roberto Clemente, you have his rookie card. I can't believe it. Oh, he's everything to us in Puerto Rico." And he just forget about it. His heart was melting. So it was nice to see an old man, elderly man, gushing over baseball players as if he was young again. And I remember another cool thing was when he saw my 52 Mantle, he thought it was a reprint at first. So he's looking at it, he was like, "Oh, yeah, this card is so expensive. If only you had the real one." And I told him it is the real one. It's a grade 4. He went, What are you
doing with this here? He was like, hurry up. He didn't even want to touch it anymore. He almost wanted to drop it immediately. I have nothing to do with it. He says, no, take it. He started packing up the box. I said, you need to take this home. Hurry up and put this thing safe. What are you even doing with this outside? It was hilarious to see his reaction just go from 0 to 100 when he saw that card. And I was like, no, it's okay. Take a look at it. If you've never seen it before in person, like, look at it. And then after that, he calmed down and he was staring at it. And he was like, oh my God, I never thought I'd see one of these in person. And it was nice. It was a lot of stories about Willie Mays and other players, Orlando Cepeda, Juan Marichal, a lot of his heroes, Sandy Koufax, people that he thought was amazing and that could play in this era. It was really a treat for both of us. And he was telling his daughter, my ex-wife, even to like the next day, how much fun he had going over my cards. So, Don, it was a great chance to relive this story of me sharing my cards with someone. And it actually made me feel like a good thought of is to maybe go to old folks' home, take a bunch of slabs, go sit down with someone elderly, and go over your slabs with them and see what kind of stories you could have evoke from them and reminisce and maybe help make someone's day from the everyday boredom that they have. And it'd be something that I'll probably think about doing in the future. So with that being said, those are my VRs. And I'm going to put a bow tie on this one. So until the next one, I'm going to wish everyone happy hunting when it comes to cards. I want everyone to stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.